Afternoon, it's GT the Vibe Podcast coming at you another episode. We rocking again, back to try to get our thing going, our group going. Um, so Biden drops out of the election. Um, I think it was I think his name was Ramaswamy. I think that's who said in his speech. He basically said that Biden needs to go on ahead and admit who's running the country because it isn't him, which I never thought he was running the country in the first place. I thought that they had people in positions that were kind of puppeting him around a little bit. Um, some say Kamala had a lot of play, a lot of pull in some of the moves that Biden was trying to do. But I don't think so. I think you got ex presidents. I think Obama's one of them. That definitely plays a role in what is going on inside the Democratic Party today. But it sounds like they were going to make Biden drop out anyway. Um, so it was coming one way or the other. It was, I guess you could say, just a matter of time before they got what they wanted out of the situation. And so, I mean, I'm not opposed to what they had to do. They had to do what they had to do. Biden, I think he made the right decision um, because he's definitely not cognitive. Just watching him in debates and things like that, stuff that he was saying just kind of didn't make a whole lot of sense. And so, yeah, he drops out. He drops out. Uh, he endorses Kamala Harris for president as the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. They haven't come out and said anything official yet, but I would think that that's probably the route they're going to go because I think that the Democratic Party is in the belief that they're losing a lot of the black constituents that vote for them, and so they probably think that an easy fix is to put an African American person in the position to run, thinking that will maybe catch some more or muster some more of the black vote. I think that black people are kind of over the whole if you're not black, if you don't vote for the Democrats, you're not black crap. Like I think that people are starting to wake up. Um, they painted Trump as this racist, misogynist, this terrible person. That's what the media did, and it led to him getting having an assassination attempt. And so I think that the media is to blame for a lot of that because a lot of that rhetoric causes hate in people, right? And so I think that we realize what the media has done as far as the election cycle goes. Um, I think that no matter who the Democrats put up, I mean, it's kind of late in the ball game now. We're almost into August. You got August, September, October. November's election time. So I think it's kind of late to really be able to have a push. So they gotta put somebody in there that's super popular. Um, I don't know who is going to beat Trump. I think Trump's got this one pretty much in the bag. I think it's good for the country. The economy needs it. We have definitely gone into a place of turmoil. Things are too expensive. I think that the gap between the lower middle, I think the middle class, like the kind of mid tier middle class, is going to go away. It's going to be lower middle and then upper class. I think that's going to be it. There's going to be a huge way. There's going to be a huge gap, wealth gap. There's already a wealth gap, but I think the wealth gap gets bigger because of some of the things that's going on. It's just crazy to me, but I think that Biden made the right decision for the Democratic Party. I'm obviously Trump 2024. I already made my decision on who I'm voting for, and so that doesn't really phase me or affect me. But that's just kind of speaking from political side of it. Is that I think that Biden dropping out was good, and honestly, I think Harris is probably the best move. I don't think the Democrats have any other aces up their sleeves that they can pull out. Like, yes, this guy runs. I've seen people talk about Bernie Sanders, and I'm like, dude, Bernie is burnt out, man. Bernie need to go sit down somewhere. They've also spoke about Michelle Obama running. I'm like, I don't know that that's going to be the answer either for that side. Like, if they really wanted to win, you might as well stick with Harris and hope that she picks a good VP candidate to roll with her. I mean, could she pick Michelle Obama? Is very possible. Would she make that move? Hard to tell, but I think that that's definitely a possibility we got to look out for. So, um, I mean, Trump's already started to unleash his attacks on Kamala Harris, and to be honest with you, she coming from her background and some of the things she's done. I mean, I know she's a used to be in the courtrooms putting people behind bars for crimes and things like that, which obviously is needed because obviously crime is something that keeps cities from being able to grow and have growth, and so I think that it's definitely needed. But I also think that she has she has some political knowledge that can definitely help the party be able to maybe muster a little bit. Because, like I said, I think that they're in between a rock and a hard place right now. I mean, you go from your presidential nominee, he's had his first debate, he looked terrible, he looked lost out there, to now he drops out of the race. And honestly, I think Obama had a lot to do with that. I think he spoke to him at length and trying to get Biden to make that decision, because I think they were going to force him out if he didn't do that. So it was kind of like a, you either leave on your own accord or you leave with us making you leave. And I think he made the right decision, because it's more cognitive of man um, to be able to get to a point where he is able to leave on his own accord, as opposed to having people kind of make him, push him, or force him out. So, but that's kind of my take on it. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. Um, Trump 2024 though, we still rocking with him. Um, the last time he ran, I did vote for him, but this time around, I think I'm tired of what the Democrats are doing from a political standpoint. We're sending so much money overseas, paying for other countries' wars and funding wars. And it's like, dude, like in our on our own soil, we got families that can't even freaking feed their kids, but we're so concerned about everybody else and sending. And to be honest with you, I think that stuff like that, like, we gotta do better, like, because we're the taxpayer. They're using our money. We're paying taxes to the federal government for them to ship the money overseas. I mean, they sent so much money overseas, is crazy. Um, our national debt is crazy. Like, how can they hold us to a credit score when our own nation can't even be held to a credit score? That's so far, our debt is crazy, and so it's nuts where we're going. If we continue on this track, I mean, housing market gonna blow up. How, like the rates, interest rates are super high. There's a lot of things that are going wrong right now that you need a business mind at the top to be able to try to circumvent some of these problems. So we'll see if the voters turn out in November, man. But yeah, I'm rocking with Trump 2024. Hopefully he gets the dub so we can kind of get back to basics on the business side of things, because I think that's where we're lacking as a country. So again, it's GT the Vibe Podcast. We'll catch you on the next episode. I'm out.